Yo, what's up my people? This is your boy Blue again. Welcome to my channel. This is the Blue Trading Channel. Here we trade and we are always in blue. So I'm going to quickly show you again another trading setup I took. I just love classical trading methods using Elliot wave. Some people trade with the technicals, others trade with the fundamentals, but I really prefer to incline myself towards the classical, which is Elliot wave, Dow theory, and others like Fibonacci and stuff like that. Okay, now I'm going to show you very quickly. I made a video earlier where I showed you these waves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I will not go back to that. But like I said, after wave 5, there's always an A, B, and C. So let's quickly take a look at the first pullback. These three waves are called corrective waves, A, B, and C. So let's start with wave A. I've labeled the subwaves. Now, generally, waves are fractal in nature. Fractal. Let me write the word fractal here. Waves are fractal in nature. And what does it mean? Something which is fractal is simply a geometric shape. Something which is fractal is simply a geometric shape that can be broken down into parts, and each part will be an exact replica or a look-alike. Each part will look like the original one. Let me do some fractal. So I'm going to do some fractals here. You can see that's fractal. I'm going to do some other fractals here. That's let me do a last one here. You can see this is a geometric shape I've put here. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 rectangles. And if I split these rectangles like this into different parts, if I split it out like this, I get to have 4 different parts. And these 4 different parts are simply miniaturized or reduced versions of the biggest one. They are the same thing in terms of shape. They look like the bigger one. That's how markets operate. Markets are fractal. And once you understand the concept of fractal markets, you are ready to trade and make profits. So here, I'm going to leave this fractal here. Okay, let's go back to our markets. So we want to look at this big correction A. Let's see its fractal nature. So it has wave 1, it has wave 2, it has wave 3, it has wave 4, and it has a wave 5. What do you think will happen after wave 5? What do you think will happen after this? Well, after this wave A, you should have a B wave. You should have a B wave. Now, let's look at the B wave and let's see its fractal nature. The B wave has how many subwaves? Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and now wave 5 here is an interesting wave. Notice I've labeled them 1, 2, 3, 4. But wave 5 is an interesting wave. Wave 5 here is what we call an extension. So I'm going to talk about extensions. So if you have extensions like this, an extension, basically wave 5 is an extension. As you can see, it has subwave 1, subwave 2, subwave 3, subwave 4, and subwave 5. It has 5 waves of lower degree to this one here. And this wave is a lower degree wave compared to this big wave B. So inside this big wave B, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, big wave 5. Inside big wave 5, you have small wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you go inside small wave 1, you would see the same thing. So the fractal nature of markets, fractals. Remember that concept. So now, when I now came in here, I zoomed in here. What was I looking for in here? First, if you see very clearly in here, I could tell when this diagonal or this descending triangle was being formed here. I was following the market, waiting for a breakout because I knew wave B has to go up. So when it broke out here, I took my trade, but I got intimidated by this shooting star here. So I closed the trade. I actually lost here. I closed the trade because this shooting star frightened me here. I thought the market was going to pull back and take some liquidity from people before continuing. But strange enough, it did not pull back and I regretted the move. So I left it and I stayed. Now, I saw this order. If you look here, I'm going to change the color to black. This is another pennant here. As you can see, this is another pennant here. I've changed the borders to black. I saw this pennant here, from here to here and beneath. And so I always say that these are zones of compression. These are zones of battle. And once the market breaks out of these zones of battle, these triangular zones, the market is going to move significantly. So I was waiting for it to break out here. Since I lost the trade in here, it didn't bother me. I was waiting for the market to break out here. So once the market broke out here, I went ahead and immediately took my trade. Now you might be asking me, where did I exit the trade? Well, I exited the trade here. I don't really care about what's happening up there. I'll tell you why. If you zoom out here, you can clearly see a trend line. You can see that this top, this is what we call a supply zone. This is a supply zone, and it supplies the market. As the market goes higher, this supply zone becomes even more reliable. This is a supply zone, and it supplies the market. Now up here, I figured out that this might be another supply zone, so I closed here. I didn't want to give my profits back to the market. So when you close here and you exit, I exited here, so I recovered what I lost here. And thanks to my understanding of Elliot waves and to my understanding of the pennants, and also to my understanding of channels, as you can see here, I know how to track. You need to be able to know how to track like this, track moves with channels like this, understand how to draw such, to be able to identify a channel inside the channel so that you can get the next move. Now, wave 5 is what we call an extension, because this wave 5 has 5 other waves. And generally with the wave 5 extension, the 5th wave will also be an extension. The 5th wave. So the 5th wave was 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th wave is also an extension. As you can see, the 5th wave is overly stretched. So this is one thing I want you to know about extensions. If wave 3 is an extension, this is not an extension. If wave 3 is an extension, then the 3rd wave of a wave 3 extension will be overly extended. But now that wave 5 is an extension, the 5th wave of a wave 5 extension is overly extended, as you can see here. So this market can still extend a little bit up there, because the 5th wave, this is the 5th wave. Remember, this is the 5th wave. You can see 5 here. This is the 5th wave of a 5 wave of a 5 wave pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th wave. So since it's an extension, the 5th wave will also be an extension, most likely. But if it doesn't happen that way, then it will end there, and immediately wave C here will begin. But it's looking, when I check on the RSI, that move is looking like, on the RSI, I've checked here to see if there's some strength behind that move. That move there is looking quite strong. As you can see, this peak here is this one, and this peak here, this is it here. This peak is not backing off. This peak is not backing off anytime soon. So up to this point, it was showing some real good momentum. Now momentum is dying down now, which means possibly wave 5 is ending, and I'm going to be looking to take an entry for the C wave, which would descend like this. I'm going to zoom out again so you can get a bird eye view of what is my wave C. So you don't just jump on the gun or jump on the bandwagon and start entering trades because you're seeing a green candle. If not, the market is going to slaughter you. You need to be able to know what you're doing. So stay tuned to this channel. Hit the subscribe button, follow up. I can turn you into a super pro trader in no time. You don't need the gurus. You don't need to pay any money for it. You don't need to go to any trading schools. You don't even need anything complex. On this channel, we're going to walk the walk together, and I'm going to turn you into a super trader. Okay, let me know what you think about the video. Please give us a like, give us a comment, and subscribe to this channel. And also, this is going to help us with the YouTube algorithm. All right, so next entry, I'm going to record it again and share with you guys.